What's up, everybody? I'm Simon Sabro, and today I got for y'all my top 5 favorite manga releases of 2022. So before we get into that, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Simon Sabro YT. Link will always be down in the description. Also, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss an upload, all that good stuff. Also, make sure you comment down what's some of your favorite things that came out this year that you also read this year. If you haven't really read anything that came out this year, maybe some things you're looking forward to for next year, anything like that. But with all that out the way, let's just jump right into it. So for this list, it kind of mostly comes down to like the quality of the actual like volume, kind of thing, if that makes sense. Not so much the actual story of it, more so just the quality of the release, but also the story does play a part as well, and just how much I overall enjoyed the volume or whatever. But the first one is the Death Note short stories. Now this came out a lot earlier this year. I want to say like March or something, and I did pick it up when it first came out, but as you can see, the cover for it really is just beautiful, honestly. You can see like Ryuk in the back. I forgot this guy's name. You can kind of see, I don't know if the camera's picking it up well, but you can kind of see Death Note written across in a script. It looks really, really good. The spine also really clean, can't complain. Definitely, it gets the point across. And the back of the book, really nice. Also cannot complain. Now, another thing that I found really interesting, you kind of pause it to read this if the camera picks it up well, but the author notes in these, I never really read them, I'll be honest, but these ones really stood out to me, especially Takeshi Obata's own really stood out to me. But another thing that stood out was just the first page, the first color page, the first color page also stood out to me, and it is gorgeous, as well as the page like right behind it also looks really, really good. Like I said, just the quality of this release was honestly amazing, and a lot of stuff from like Viz Sig also just did really good. If I had to give a couple honorable mentions, Drip Drip I did enjoy. Chain Soldier I think came out this year. I really don't remember. I think it did. That one I did enjoy. And one that's not going to be on the list but should have made the list is No Longer Human. I feel like I've talked about it in like the past 3 videos, so I didn't want to include it in like this video, I'll be honest, but it definitely would have made the list. So if you haven't read the Death Note short stories, it is pretty much as the name says, Death Note short stories, just events regarding the Death Note after the events of Death Note. I know that probably got a little confusing, but the stories in it were really interesting. I wouldn't say they're amazing. The main reason this makes the list and why it's just number 5 is, like I said, just the cover of it. I do love Obata's art a lot, and I think it was just overall really good. Can't complain. And another thing that kind of puts it on the list, if I can find it, is like these little kind of short stories where there's like a bunch of pages of it where it's just a bunch of 4-panel stories, which were really interesting, and just how they kind of talk about the characters and characters interacting in ways you wouldn't really expect them to interact. It was honestly really interesting. Can't complain about it, honestly. Now, the next one on our list caught me by surprise. I was in the bookstore one day and I saw it. The spine looked really nice, and I was like, let me just go through it, and then went through it, and it was honestly, it just stood out from there, and that is Nightfall Travelers. This volume, just the cover alone, I'm trying not to get like the glare from the light, but this cover alone is just beautiful. The art style in it is so good, and this is the spine that, like I said, stood out to me. I apologize for the glare, but it was just so unique the way the characters are drawn, and I'm gonna definitely show you, like for example, this might not be the best example in the book, but just how, I guess it's like kind of watercolor style of art. It looked a lot better here. You'll kind of hopefully get what I mean. But it's like kind of watercolor, like paintbrush kind of art. And it looks really, really good. It's a fun, cute story. And the art style for it is what mainly stood out to me. And then what, like, the number one thing. So, like I said, I was just scrolling through the book, and there was this color page that had came up. And when it came up, it was just so gorgeous. Oh, let me see if I can find the exact page. It was this one right here, And this is the reason why I bought the book. I'll be very honest. And this is why it's number 4 on the list. This page alone was just amazing to me. Definitely one of like the best like color pages ever. Like just the color scheme. Purple is one of my favorite colors. And the way it's just blended so well. It just looks so good. I'll be very honest. I'd also really recommend this if you haven't checked it out. It was honestly really good. I'm not sure when volume 2 comes out or if it's already out, but it was honestly a lot of fun. Definitely would recommend it. The next one we do have is one. The release was okay. I'm gonna go a little more in depth, but to start, it is Welcome Back Alice by Shuzo Oshimi. This is one I was really looking forward to. The reason it makes the list though is because I think like all 3 volumes came out in like 1 month or something like that. So that's one reason why it makes the list, but also it is Shuzo Oshimi. Shuzo Oshimi is my favorite mangaka, easily. And like I said, this is one that I was really looking forward to. The release of it, like the quality of the actual volume isn't anything too special. The story I am enjoying a lot so far. I honestly can't complain. I don't know when volume 4 comes out, but I'm really looking forward to it. Probably gonna read these first 3 volumes all over again whenever it comes out. But Welcome Back Alice, it's a definitely an amazing story so far. I wouldn't say it's Oshimi's best work. I do love it because the type of topics that it touches on, I do enjoy. So I don't know, maybe that's why I like it so much. But like I said, the quality of the manga itself is a bit iffy. Can't complain though. It's very standard. But it's Shuzo Oshimi. And 3 volumes in 1 month, can't complain. Another one similar to that was Summertime Rendering. I believe like 6 volumes came out in like 1 month, I think, something like that. But I haven't read it, so can't speak on it. Tell me how's Summertime Rendering going. I know a lot of people have read it because a lot of y'all have told me to read it. Just haven't gotten around to it. Now, we do have 2 more left. I did already kind of mention the honorable mentions, but this one, it was like a toss up between 2 and 1. Like this one probably, thinking about it, I think this one currently in my hand deserves number 1. So I'm gonna switch it out. I'll be very honest. I'm gonna switch it. So our new number 2 spot is PTSD Radio. This one I was really iffy on when I first got it. I first saw the cover for it on Amazon. I forgot how it showed up, but I was just on Amazon and I saw it. I was like, huh, that's a really cool cover. Did a little research, looked good. I was like, okay. Now, I'll be very honest with y'all. Horror manga, I've really fallen out of love for. I think a lot of them are just silly or not really horrifying. But this right here was some peak. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But to start out with, the quality of it is amazing. You can kind of see the glare on the eye. But just the volume cover alone has a lot of different textures. The stereo has like a stereo kind of feel. If you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. Everything else, like the yellow part, is kind of just smooth with a little bit of a matte feel. The eyes have gloss to it. The teeth also have gloss to it. But each tooth has like an individual texture to it. It's really creepy. The logo here does also have texture to it. Like I said, really creepy. Spine, clean, can't complain. And the back of the book also has a lot of texture on it right here. But honestly, the quality of just the cover alone, honestly, it had to make the list. I'll be honest with the color pages inside, and you can kind of see like, oh, I don't think it's pulling up on the camera, but if you can see it, you can kind of see like the textures right here. But color pages in the beginning were just amazing. Like here's just the cover, but in blue instead of yellow. Nothing special. But these color pages were amazing. And I think every time I talked about this volume, I mentioned this one because this is what really like was like, buy this book right now kind of thing. So definitely looking forward to the rest of volumes for it. Honestly, I think there's 4 total because I believe they are omnibus, but I believe there are 4 total, and I'm really excited to get those. And I'm pretty sure y'all have heard about the mangaka, where the mangaka had to like stop working on it because they were I think they said they were like scared of like continuing the story, something like that. But here's one page. I've been seeing it float around the internet for a while now. It's creepy, man. It is really creepy, and it really sparked my love for horror manga again. And this one was just so unique. So it was good. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was really good, really enjoyable. And honestly, it probably should have made my list from my previous video where I was talking about my favorite manga that I've read this year. But I did want to have, you know, both lists kind of unique, so saved it for this video instead. But the last manga that was originally number 2 that moved to number 1 is Colorless by Ken. This is one that I was looking forward to from last year. If you check my video where I was like most anticipated release for 2022, this was right there on it, and it did it for me, especially volume 2. I haven't read volume 2, but I have picked it up and I've kind of skimmed through it, and it is gorgeous. Just the use of color. For one, let's start out with the cover volume. This is such a clean cover. It doesn't have much texture. You can see it is a bit glossy, but glossy with a little bit of matte. Like the characters are glossy, but the background is matte. You gotta pick it up, please. Just pick it up. But like I said, just the use of color and just the aesthetic of this cover alone it's just beautiful. And I'm actually about to get volume 2 just to show y'all the like in comparison. But this spine is so good, especially like right here. It is so good. 7C's really like did an amazing job with this one. And like I said, I got volume 2 I think like right next to me, so I'm about to just show it to you. A little bit of spoilers for the upcoming haul, but volume 2's cover is amazing. It is so good. Just look at the color. And it was somebody who actually like DM'd me and was like, yo, go get that volume 2. I haven't read it yet, but if you flip through it, it looks amazing. Flip through it, it does look amazing. I'm gonna kind of just show y'all a little bit, because like I said, I haven't read it yet, so I don't want to go through a lot, but just the use of color in it is amazing. And I don't want to spoil too much of volume 2 for myself, because like I said, I haven't read it yet, and I am going to talk about a little more in depth in the manga haul as well as the reading log if I do read it soon, which I really plan to. But like I said, I haven't even got to like the inside of the book for real, but you can see that it does have colors kind of throughout the volume. Here's a really good page, and this is from volume 1, but here's a really good page. It does have color throughout the volume, and it is so unique because I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. So it was very unique to me, but the action and the art in here is just so good. I'm really trying not to talk too much about like the actual volumes for this video, more so just like the actual quality of it. But the story for it was amazing. The art in here is so good. I know I keep on saying it, but come on, look at it. Just look at it. Can't complain, honestly. One of my favorite reads for this year, honestly. And I'm really gonna reread this volume probably when I go and read that volume 2, because it was so good. I have recently started reading Goodnight Pun Pun though. I did make a deal with another manga tuber. But yeah, that's what I've been reading recently. I'll talk about it next year when I do the reading log, but that's really it for the video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss an upload, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to comment down what's your favorite reads for 2022, anything you're looking forward to for next year, anything like that. Also, let's give a quick shout out to our YouTube channel member. If you're interested in financially supporting the channel, check out becoming a channel member. But yeah, that's really it. This is Simon Sabro signing out. I catch you on the next one.